What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Understanding the Reason. I'm your host, Jerome Majette. Man, we are really having a great time over here, man. We're reading through my book, Understanding the Reason God Made Man, What Made Him Do It. Please stick around. Stay to the end of the video because what we've been doing is anybody who purchases any of our gear, whether it be our shirts, the book, right? If you send me a selfie over on Facebook Messenger, I will go ahead and feature a shout out of you on the end of our videos. So stick around today to the end so you can help me celebrate, the person that we selected this week. Okay, so cool. So let's get right in here, man. Man, it's been awesome. What we're in pursuit of is really, the truth. Are we here on accident? Did the universe come into existence through some type of big bang, some spontaneous, explosion that created the universe and created us and all that kind of stuff? So we're in pursuit of the truth, right? Why am I here? What is my purpose? And what happens next, right? So it took me 18 years to really lock in on those three questions to find out if it's true, right? So we've been looking through the Bible. A lot of people look at the Bible as a religious document, which is understandable. I mean, that's fine. I don't see it that way. I look at the scriptures as a manuscript to be scrutinized, to be looked at, to be researched, to ask questions, because there's a lot of stuff in scripture that you be like scratching your head like, yo, I don't know about that part, right? So is it real? Is it true? So we're in my book, we're in chapter 3, reason for creation, and we're on the first day. So we started that. If you want to check out the last video, we started out on the first day over there. So we're going to start reading in the book. If you have your own copy, go ahead and follow along. Okay. So research has confirmed the biological fact that sunlight. Well, first off, let me start by doing this. Our foundational scripture is Genesis chapter 1, verse 3. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that the light was good, and he approved it. And God separated the light from the darkness. And God said, or he called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, one day. So day one is the introduction of light. So by introducing light into the material universe, it is obvious that light dispels darkness. It's obvious, right? Come on now. You walk into a dark room, you flip the light switch. Guess what? If you got a light in there, and the light comes on, guess what happens to the darkness? It goes away, right? It's gone, right? So we know that. However, remembering that God is a spirit, does it clarify the verse from a spiritual standpoint? Is there more to it? If we consider God was putting his plan of salvation into effect, and his enemies were flung from heaven, and what spiritual importance could this separation hold? So in other words, we believe, I do for sure, but in our earlier videos, we talked about the war in heaven, which started this whole thing, right? So Satan or Lucifer decided that he wanted to be God. So the scriptures tell us that he was blameless in all that he did until iniquity, lawlessness, sin, corruption, wickedness, evil, all of that stuff was manufactured in his heart. So what he ended up doing was convincing 1/3 of the angels to follow him in a revolt against God. That started a war. That war resulted in him being flung to the earth. And Jesus Christ said, "I beheld him hit the earth like lightning." When that happened, the water table broke, the earth filled up with water, God took that damage, created the bubble that the earth was encased in. We talked about this in our earlier videos, so go back and check them out. Don't want to get too deep in there and digress too far away from what we're talking about. So with that being in mind, they are the enemies of God. Okay, they are the enemies of God, and they're your enemies too. You just don't know it yet. So we're gonna talk about that too. But with when God separated the darkness, it says, look, this is what it says. And God separated the light from the darkness. He separated the light. What significance does that have? He separated the light from the darkness. Just think about that for a minute. Just let that kind of roll around in your mind. What do you mean he separated light from darkness? What does that mean? What does that even mean, right? So let's look into it. If we pay close attention, we will find that this statement helps to illuminate God's intention. But before we can fully appreciate the objective tucked away in the declaration, we must establish another fact about God to help us better understand what he was doing. So the scripture tells us that God is light. This fact is conveyed in 1 John. So get your notes. 1 John, the first chapter, 5th verse. This is what it says. And this is the message of promise, which we have heard from him and now are reporting to you. God is light, and there is no darkness in him at all. No, not in any way. Let's keep going. With the above scripture in view, let's take a closer look at the statement, and God separated light from darkness. According to dictionary.com, to separate means to divide, remove, sever, or set apart something for a specific reason or purpose. It is revealed to us in this Genesis account that we just read that God established time. In doing so, man has been able to separate time into basic fractions consisting of 24 60-minute segments that constitute a day composed of dark and light. So in this whole scenario, the first thing that God did when he said, let there be light, light came into existence. And then he literally separated he did three things here. He did four, if you want to know about it. He did four things, right? So the first thing he did was he spoke light into existence, into the physical realm, into the physical universe, right? So he brought the light into being. He saw that it was good and approved it. He didn't say it was perfect. He said it was good. Then he separated the light from the darkness. We're going to talk about that. That holds some significance, right? And then he called day from the light. He called the light day, and from the night, he called that night. And then there was morning, right? And evening. So evening and morning, one day. So he was literally bringing in time. He was introducing time into the physical universe. That's important. That's super important. And then we as human beings, what we did was we segmented time into 60-minute fragments, right? To make up 24 hours, right? And so we're going to talk about this. Man, we're going to get into it some more. I'm telling you, listen, I'm loving it, man. I hope you guys are getting something from it. Please leave your comments down below. I'm interested in hearing what you guys have to say, especially about this, man. This right here is off the chain. Also, if you take advantage of our offer to purchase our merchandise, pick up the book, send me a selfie so I can, shout you out, man. Stay until the end. Don't click off. Stay until the end and help me celebrate whoever we bring up this for this video, just to show our love and appreciation for them, supporting us. Again, like, share, subscribe, and comment. We love you guys, man, for sure. This is a work of love. I appreciate you guys so very much. Have an amazing day, man. great week. We love you, man. Peace.